Alright, so this is our second and occasional series of multiplayer online teams that can be pretty effective and usually finish a 5-fight epic battle. We got Raven as our tank, but she's actually a pretty effective fighter too. So we've given her a couple blocking gear so we have more control over when and where her passive engages, so she doesn't get knocked out, so she doesn't get damaged past the point where her active will engage.
And also just because blocking gear is so good.
And we've given her her own gear because power generation, always a plus, but it gives life drain chance on special too.
And crit chance on special too. I hate it when a gear has 3 different abilities and they are kind of unconnected.
Yeah.
I can't think of an example right now.
Flash is going to be the area attacker. He's got a couple of basic attack boosters, one with critical chance.
And the basic attack boosters are actually probably my favorite ones, especially when there's crit chance, damage, and then healing or just extra power or some sort of effect on usually special too.
Oops.
But basic attack gears are really good.
And instead of having a support card, we've gone a different direction and just have a backup in case we screw up. Because this team was really built around Flash, because I like the Flash as a character, first bronze character ever. And the only gold Flash, Elseworld Flash, does not get enough love. So we've given Doomsday a couple boosts for his special 2, which is going to be the most useful against somebody like Raven, who we want to have a single big hit. And we've just given him a little bit of a basic attack boost.
Yeah, I think it all depends on whether you play just for whatever's fun or you play for what you think is the best. Because Red Sun team is some of the best. Then after that you have Arkham Origins, Deathstroke, and Batman. And then you have the new Raven, I think. Not necessarily in that order. But the Flash is really fun to play around with.
Yeah.
Containment Doomsday is kind of fun to play around with if you just like the, every time you think you're dead, every time you run out of health, you just come back again and again and again. That's pretty fun.
Even with the unblockable, I only get 2 hits on them, whereas if the AI is using a gear that allows unblockable chance.
Ooh.
They finish their full attack. I don't want his bullet time to engage with so little health left on Batman.
Because you just beat him and then it would cut his bullet time off short.
Let me just
swap health.
Yeah, I know. She's already damaged a little bit, but
and that's why Raven is so good. You can play her completely straight, where you just use her as a powerful person, because she's a mid to high range gold character. Or you can play her as for her ability, which is let them basically beat on you, getting while you're building up some energy, and then have them switch in with really low health, like you just saw, and then just kick their butt.
So how did you like Deathstroke doing the worm? That's my favorite bullet time.
Your favorite passive?
When I can get the bullet time to engage properly, you finish the guy off. You don't have to. You've emptied all your specials. You've shot off all your specials so that you're loading up again. Really great.
Which I think, again, it plays into what I said. It depends on whether you want to go for what's best, or if you just want to go for what's cool for you. Because we went for what's best at first, but now we got the freedom to kind of just play around and do what you want. And it is, in my opinion, more fun. There's less to do, but for the playing I'm getting and the time I'm putting in, I find it more entertaining.
Well, that's the other reason. Actually, one of the other reasons we put Doomsday in was because with a weaker character, then we're matching against weaker opponents, and we actually don't want that. We want to be fighting against pretty strong teams.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to.
Now we got some really strong guys.
Alright, go ahead, drain us. There we go.
I think actually probably the hardest part of the game was at the beginning when we were trying to figure out where to spend the money. Because the thing is, you're getting... Oh, you did it again.
I did.
Where the problem is that the money comes so slow, and even when you get it, I think, at least for us, when we started playing, we were spending it on the worst areas. We were getting more bronze packs and stuff like that.
Alright, so what you just saw was a rookie mistake. I had not realized his bullet time was engaging. I was trying to swap him out so that it would not engage with him.
And then it engaged, and it completely wasted it instead. So, yeah, and I think once we figured out we had to buy gold packs, and then once we saw that there was a red sun pack at the end, and we were like, ooh, it's shiny, and it's really expensive, but it looks like it's good, right? And we actually originally thought that
there we go. Red
Sun were a different tier of character, like the red boss characters that you sometimes see on the stage before the bonus stage. So we finally made the choice to save up, and I think getting a red sun pack was probably one of the single best decisions we made in the game.
Honest mistake. Wow.
Yeah. So you start out, and it's really hard, but you gotta save up for like 50,000 instead of just 8 to get a starter pack. Or if you're on iOS, you don't get a starter pack because it costs real money.
Yeah.
And then after that, you buy a couple gold packs until you have maybe 2 or 3, and then you can distribute 1 to each team, so you got a couple of teams that you can actually play at the higher levels, and then you save up for a red sun pack, and then once you get a red sun pack, you kick butt.
Yeah. So you can see how this team is a little bit forgiving. I mean, I screwed up. Wasted Flash's bullet time. Got knocked out. Ooh,
Which, when you consider that a lot of people,
okay,
play strategy relies entirely on their ability.
Hello, hacker. Ares at Elite 7. Most anybody should be able to have Ares now, on Android at least, is Elite 2 if you were first place.
Is he in the store? If you get him?
Nope. He's supposed to be, the message is he's available in Booster Pack, but he hasn't been in this update, so he's not available.
But if you earn him, does he unlock in the store?
No.
Oh.
No, he does not.
So he's definitely a hacker then.
Yes. We are glitchers. We are not hackers. It's a fine distinction.
We are cheaters. And we are cheaters in a way where we don't just get all the stuff. We try to find stuff that makes us at least do some of the work. And at the point that we were at, we felt like a lot of the fun of the game was already gone. We'd already played through the earlier stages. We'd already played through to the point where, basically without millions of credits for each thing, it didn't make sense to get your gear upgraded. The amount of money it would take to get any level of completion higher than what we already got just wouldn't have been a feasible thing.
Right through the worm, dark side.
Now special, kill him.
Oh, he didn't block. That will be your doom.
I love it when they try to attack you when you use a special on them. You should just let him beat on you. That would be the fastest way to win. Let him beat on you, then kick him with a third special once he beats you down. Switch with us.
As long as he doesn't knock me
Lock?
out of that.
Oh! What did I say?
I know.
And that's why we have Doomsday.
As our backup.
Just in case.
Yeah, when you got characters like Raven in the Flash, where you have to be so careful about not letting them get knocked out before their passive engages, then
yeah, with some strategy or just some dumb luck, you can get them from over the threshold to under the threshold in a one hit.
Yeah, so there's always discussion about how they decide how many battle points you get, and it's sort of indirectly related to how strong your team is. Because I think it actually has more to do with how strong their team is. Because you notice we start off with only 4,000 battle points.
This guy hates us.
It varies. Sometimes 4,500. And it has nothing to do, clearly our team is not changing. But theirs is. And we're matched with somebody similar, but sometimes they're a little bit stronger, depending on how it judges. And I wonder if it is maybe just health. Maybe something else.
Yeah, people will theorize.
See, what I hate is how the AI's unblockables are so much better than ours, because when we block, we get 2 hits.
Bullet time! Make him do the worm! The fact that he bullet timed just before he smacked you away is a little bit annoying. Oh no!
What are you going to do?
Oh well. Arco Orchard's Deathstroke is really good. Which makes sense. Like, he was really good in the game that he's from, too.
So we're gonna play Raven straight up.
And not go for her ability. Her ability is
Yeah,
like a
'cause-
last resort.
Yeah, because we sort of already blown.
Ooh, maybe the ability will activate. Looks like it will.
I think I will let it.
If he hits you one more time, ooh.
I think I will let it activate.
A little late for this
Oh, I
side.
should have wasted it. I hit the wrong one. I should have just done the first special. That was so unnecessary.
Oh well, you can just mess around a bit. You still...
So see, I used to not like the special, the swipe attacks that were only 2 hits, but I've gotten to really enjoy them because, oops.
Because they're good for chaining.
Yeah. Oh! I wanted to regenerate. Alright, forget it.
Oh, this has been a bunch of mistakes.
Rookie.
And that's where the ability comes in. Doing really badly, making mistakes, down and out, and then all of a sudden the ability activates and you're kicking butt again. That's the beauty of overpowered characters, just like Shazam. Shazam, anybody who has Shazam, chances are they're also using cheats or hacks or helium. They're using some form of something to make it easier for them to get it because it just doesn't make sense for the amount it costs. But I think after a certain point you get used to things like Shazams everywhere because there just are so many people who are using exploits or cheats or hacks. We are one of those.
I guess it's long enough now that it's not unusual for people to have legitimately got it.
For how many million?
Well, it depends. I mean, maybe over months you get lucky, get a few hits. It's been a few months now.
Yeah, but anyone with Elite 7 every time, I'm not complaining per se, I'm just saying you gotta know something's up. We are one of those people.
Sure, we used helium.
We used helium and we restarted it, though it was a very time inefficient way of cheating, it still is cheating.
So Martian Manhunter, he has no gear, so I don't have to worry about his unblockables, which are pain, so I just...
Chain him.
So much for that.
Look, you can barely even see. You can't see where he hit you. There's no indicator on your health. Oh, that was a waste. Why'd you use that on him?
Because I didn't want him to come back. Go ahead.
Uh-oh, Darkseid's getting beat up enough that you don't want him to do the worm. But Shazam has a special when he's coming in, so that might not be great either.
He's coming in. Oh, he's gonna...
Uh-oh.
But this will disengage it, watch.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, that's what's so beautiful about bullet time. One of the things that's so beautiful.
Well, do you know what's really great? Sometimes when you use like your third special, or even one of your like second or first specials, you can't get hit during those. So I love it when you can see on their side of the screen during, especially when you just activate a third special, that you see that they've used their special and it's wasted their energy. Or you've gotten it just like half a second before them, so theirs doesn't work.
Yeah, I love that.
Because you can get, when it's anything but your third, you can get it like half a second after. And then when it is the third, I think you can get it half a second before, and then theirs won't work. Because if you do it just after theirs, for the first or second, it makes you impervious while they're attacking you, and you can just smack them. Sometimes your first couple miss, though.
Yeah.
Because they're also invincible.
Battle completion bonus. So there you go. So that is our second multiplayer online team. Thanks for watching. And we'll probably see you next little bit with another team.